Iraqi Prime Minister, tomorrow we will take an important step that has been delayed for years. Quote, Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani confirmed that tomorrow, Wednesday, will be an important civilized and developmental step, as the long-awaited general population and housing census will begin after years of delay. Iraq Prime Minister, tomorrow we will take an important step that has been delayed for years. There has been one heck of a fight to stop this census. But an accurate census is extremely important. And they are making it happen so they can pass the HCL. I believe this is the last step before Iraq pulls the trigger. The deletion of the zeros and evaluate the dinar. They're talking about the concept of currency revaluation, which means, quote, a calculated upward adjustment of a country's official exchange rate. This particular article supports the fact that they're openly educating their citizens as we speak. I think you guys really should know how close this is, because why would they be talking about this now when it wouldn't be necessary? It would be absolutely 100% talking about it now because they want to make sure everybody knows what's happening, without saying what's happening. That's how it works. It's fascinating to watch. All countries, we're waiting for Trump to be back. Trump is going to change a lot of things. I like Trump, don't take me wrong. I'm not going to say anything negative about him because I like him a lot, but Trump is all about American. And he's right, it's all about America, so he should take care of America, nobody else. I think any president of America should take care of America. Once they care of their citizens, then they can help somebody else. When I said they're going to bring a Brinks truck to you, of course not. But take away from the concept and replace it with, they're going to bring security to you, and they will bring their police officers, their security, their protection, their guns, their locks, their banks, their safes. Look what's back in the news, deletion of the zeros. Article, delete zeros and evaluate the dinar. The deletion of the zeros is a redenomination. That's a whole separate situation than a revaluation. They're two separate things. A redenomination is when they change the way the currency looks. It's going to have less zeros. That's the deletion of the zeros, a redenomination. A revaluation is separate. Quote, in a fixed exchange rate system, the system followed by Iraq, only a decision from the state, the central bank, can change the official value of the currency. IMF on TV news praising Iraq for their financial and banking reforms and development. Frank, have you noticed the IMF is constantly, almost weekly, now bragging about the monetary reform process of the Central Bank of Iraq? Bragging about it. If you go to the IMF website, it will tell you in English the Iraqi dinar is going through a revaluation right now. There's no secrets. Kuwait's dinar is at $3.25 right now. Sudani said the dinar will be higher. Marx, he said the IQD would become the highest in the world. He said it would return to its preeminent spot in the world. China revalued its currency in 2005, which was linked to the US dollar. After the revaluation, it was linked to a basket of global currencies. The book values of assets held abroad may have to be adjusted to reflect the effect of the change in the exchange rate. For example, suppose a foreign government has set 10 units of its currency to equal $1. To revalue its currency, the government might change the rate to 5 units per dollar. If the value of the asset held in a foreign currency was previously valued at $100,000 based on the old exchange rate, the revaluation requires a change of $200,000. This change reflects the new value of the foreign asset in the local currency by adjusting the revaluation of the relevant currency. Delete zeros and evaluate the dinar. Quote, in a newspaper column a while ago, we explained the concept of deleting zeros, and today we are talking about the concept of currency revaluation, which means a calculated upward adjustment of a country's official exchange rate. Revaluation is the opposite of devaluation. In a fixed exchange rate system, the system followed by Iraq, Only a decision from the state, the central bank, can change the official value of the currency. In a flexible exchange rate system, revaluation occurs on a regular basis, as evidenced by the noticeable fluctuations in the foreign exchange market. The United States maintained a fixed exchange rate until 1973, when President Richard Nixon decided to abandon the gold standard and switch to a flexible exchange rate system. Economic researcher Daya Abdul Karim confirmed on Tuesday that Iraq can overcome any decline in global oil prices, noting that there are many projects that have the ability to cover the decline in oil prices. Abdul Karim said in a statement to Al Maluma agency, Iraq's move to export oil derivatives represents a major qualitative shift and a new source of revenues entering the state treasury, instead of relying entirely on crude oil exports and the country being affected by any rise or fall in prices. He added, employees' salaries are secured in the central bank and will not be affected by any sudden drop in oil prices, although this drop will not last long, especially in light of the unstable situation in the region that directly affects oil prices.